Babywise claim your baby can be sleeping through the night by 7 to 9 weeks. They also sprinkle throughout Babywise storytelling examples of this happening kind of earlier, 4 weeks, 5 weeks. They say the first week you should not worry about it, but after that you should be working on it. The way this is achieved is through cry it out. Baby would cry. If the parent can stay out of the room, they should, but they could go in, pat the baby's back to let them know they're there, and then leave again. Whatever you think about sleep training, most people talking about sleep training are not talking about doing this with 4-week-olds. It's much, much later. They interpret falling to sleep cries as what they call training cries, that these are cries that are intended to manipulate parents into letting the child lead the sleep schedule. They'll say things like, it's hard to listen to a baby cry. You need to think long-term that you're giving your baby the gift of nighttime sleep. They say you could let your baby cry for up to 15 minutes before you go in to offer comfort, but you don't have to. But they don't really give an off-ramp and say like some of the things you might find in other sleep training, like if your child's inconsolable or vomiting or it doesn't work. Throughout their book, they refer to kind of pseudoscientific claims that are all based on their own surveys. So for instance, they include a sample study that says there were 520 babies who used parent-directed feeding. They say 80% of them were sleeping through the night on their own, I think by 8 weeks or so. 20% got there through 3 to 5 days of cry it out. Since they're maybe not wrong in that if you leave a baby to cry, eventually a baby will stop crying. Like that's something a number of studies have shown when they show how it leads to impaired attachment, and it's problematic because all a baby can do is cry. Working backwards from the sleep is going to be what ties into the feeding. They don't give a lot of exceptions. They have a chapter where they talk about babies with colic or with GERD, so kind of like reflux. They say that colic's not as common as we think, without giving any substantiation. And they do have a different approach for GERD, which is basically on-demand feeding, working toward this schedule. So it's a little unclear why they're willing to grant flexibility for those reasons, but sort of say other babies, no, their cries are manipulative. And they do say that. They have a chapter about parents who are coming to this program late, and they kind of are like, prepare yourself for a lot of manipulative sleep crying. They do say breastfed babies should not go more than 5 hours without being woken before 5 weeks. But that's still really early. They're still saying by 7 to 9 weeks, your baby will be sleeping through regardless.